What's up, y'all? Me, Big Dude here, and back with a new video. So I'm back with chapter 2, the Story Sheaves. Okay, naked story. As Bethany Jolie pulled herself out of the Charlie chocolate factory by her chocolate-covered hands, she sighed. Why had she stayed so long? She was be gone late now. It's just been incredible relaxing to sit hidden behind the chocolate river, watching the Oompa Loompa walk and not being yelled at by Miss Barberry or her mom. Her head popped out of the book and suddenly she worried a lot less about being late and a lot more about Owen. A brown-haired, ordinary-looking boy from her class stared at her like his eyes were going to explode. "Bethany," Owen croaked, his voice almost too quiet to hear. "Owen," she said, cringing and quickly pulled herself the rest of the way out of the book and kicked it closed. "You were in the book," he said, glancing behind her until Coffee book. "Don't be stupid," Bethany told him, forcing a fake laugh. "You just didn't see me. I was back here the whole time reading." Owen shook his head. "I had a book in my hand," he said, pointing at it on the floor. "It started jumping around and you came right out of it. I saw you." "That's crazy," Bethany said, picking the book up and throwing it to him. "How could I have been inside a book that made of paper?" She dropped the book to her side and snorted. "You've been reading too many books yourself." Owen started to say something, then his gaze dropped to her side, and he began to make old squeaking noise. Bethany glanced in the same direction and groaned as she saw her chum sticking right into the book. Okay, that really didn't help her case. Owen's shrieking noise got louder, and he began to back away from her in a hurry. Bethany, cringing at how loud he was getting and starting to trust him when she remembered something. Owen had seen her in the cafeteria when she'd been pulling chocolate out of the book to eat at lunch because some days were so bad that you just wanted candy. He was the one who sent her over the edge. After her mother being upset that morning after the long horrible day of Miss Barberry going on and on about Ferguson, then yelling at her after being forced to sit in class when she could have been searching and putting her eyes of wonderland instead. Owen almost catching her at lunch had been the last straw. That had just been it. She was done with True, her teachers, her mother, everything. She walked out of the cafeteria, resolving to spend the rest of the day in the Victor Ward, so overstrained that she couldn't even wait to get somewhere safe before jumping right into the book. She might get the attention, yes, but still got to it before, and her mother never found out. Since she got home from work so late, as long as Bethany was home before her mom, she'll be fine. Except she wasn't home, and now Owen had seen her jumping out of a book. This had gone way too far. "Owen," Bethany said, grabbing him by the shirt and pushing him back into the kitchen. "You going to listen to what I say quietly, or I'm going to throw you into a chocolate factory. Do you understand me?" Owen nodded quickly, and she let go of him. Instantly, he made a jump for the library exit. Bethany ground her teeth, grabbed his hand, and pulled him down into the pages of a book from a nearby pile on the floor. "Yeah, you look at the title," wrote Bethany, then Owen passed right into the page so fast that he probably didn't even see how it happened. And that's how they found themselves in the middle of a burning London as huge green waves exploded into the building all around them. "God!" Owen shouted, then quickly shut up as the death wave seized through the air above his head. Bethany shoved him into the burning shell of a building, then followed right behind. "Those are Martians," she shouted, holding the roar of the invader, pointing at the huge round spaceship crawling around the city on robotic, fantastic legs, fighting greenways and anything and everything. We're in the war of the words. Now calm down and be quiet. They'll shoot you. Full of Martin lasers. Something that flew right outside and Owen jumped, but Bethany just grabbed him by his shirt again. If you stay quiet and don't get seen, then we'll be fine. They're all going to get sick and die from getting old colds or germs or something. Martin, Owen said, his voice almost too quiet to hear. Oh, the craziness outside. He glanced out, then jumped back in, had another way and throw and crawl right outside. For real, Martin? Bethany paused, not exactly sure how to answer that. It will, here in the book. It's not like Martin really destroyed London. That probably would have made the news. Owen gave him a confused look and shook his head outside again. But where is the army who's fighting them? Bethany threw up her nose. It's been a while since I read it, but I've seen the army get beaten pretty bad. They can't really fight the Martians with just guns, but that's not how we're but that's not why we're here. She pulled Owen back inside again and saw him straight in the eyes. You can't tell anyone about this, Owen. In fact, you can't even tell me about it. Because we're never going to figure again out of this. Mostly because you be so good at keeping this a secret. Do you understand me? He just stared at her for a second, then shook his head and pushed her out of the way. Shouldn't we help them? He yelled, pointing outside. We can tell them how the Martian gets sick so they can protect themselves. Sneeze on it, aliens or something. The boy really wasn't getting up on nose, he told him. The book's already written. We can't change it. You don't seem to get what's happening. But how is it written if it's going on right now? Owen said, look at it. Josiah grabbed his hand and jumped them both up and out of the book, this time not bothering to answer slowly since he didn't have time to be careful. They shot right out of the War of the Worlds, slamming into a nearby bookcase a bit harder than Bethany had meant. Before Owen could even say one word, Bethany grabbed another book and drove him straight into its page. He shot in surprise, but then went quiet as they landed on a checkerboard field. Mostly he couldn't doubt looking all around. See, she said, we're inside the books. This is a fishing world, Owen. You can't change things here because they're already written. If we jump into that page of water was, Martin would have all been defeated. I just didn't really look before leaping. With a mystery was horrible and something she never ever did, but this was a fresh occurrence. Owen didn't seem to hear her. Instead, he reached out a hand and let a small walking horse with wings land on his finger. Where are we now? He whispered, and the horse kneeled at him. Wonderland, she told him. Well, through the looking grass. I think that's still Wonderland, but I was never real sure how that worked. Wonderland, as in Alice, he asked her, as a bread and butter fly landed in his hail. She's probably on her way to the nameless woods around the page, Bethany told him. I make sure to avoid the main creditors since that's the easy way to not mess up the story. Plus, then I don't have to get involved with all the pilot stuff, and I can just enjoy myself. He turned back to a valley impossible insects hovering all around him. Please tell me this isn't a dream. I know it has to be. I must be asleep at the front desk. But please let it not be a dream. He reached out and pinched her as hard as he could, let out some of her ignorance. He grabbed and yanked his arm away, then gave her a dirty look. You could have just said no, she showed. So remember what we were talking about. How wouldn't never go freak of this again? How can you do this? He asked her. How? How can you just jump into books? There words on paper. He said, they are, but right now so are you. If you can be quiet, I'll show you what I'll do. But no child or anything. This time, okay. He nodded as he grabbed his arm and again jumped them both right out of the book into the library, just a bit more gently. This time she let go of his arm, hold up her hand for him to see, then slowly pushed him into through the looking glass. As her finger touched the pages, they melted and reformed, become valuable like knuckles and fingernails and thumbs. All decided what their part to be in. Though was then fled over the page like drowning battle, absorbing right into the book. Finally, she just shoved her arm in up to so I'm wiggling my finger at you right now in Wonderland, she told him. Old Aunt Ollie then made a real face and fell backwards before unconscious. Bethany seen shaking her head. Alien invaders and walking horse piles are fine, but this he faint at. End of chapter 2. Stay tuned for chapter 3. Thank y'all for watching. Bye y'all.